Alright, what is up you guys? Jay Zilla here, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds 2. And happy Halloween. Hope you guys had a great night. Let's just get right back into it. I'm gonna pull up my chat real quick.
Under protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
Alright. I think I'm all set here.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Okay.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order. Why? Because the matriarch herself designed it.
So this is Westport.
And executes on it. Throughout history, human societies
We haven't discovered this place yet. Also, I had a little, I had a pumpkin beer earlier, and that was pretty good.
Led to terrible suffering. Poor dears didn't have the firm, benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us.
Well,
A perfect
at least it's not shooting the water anymore.
plenty. We have community.
Shoot in the water.
Time for recreation. We sleep well at night.
Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile.
Hogarth. Milver Street reckons he's the key to converting this town. Let's bring him the good news of Auntie's choice, shall we?
Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate.
I'll talk to you later.
Word to the wise, despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might just open fire.
As the perfect ecosystem.
Alright.
The native flora
Try to not
and
make any
fauna,
trouble.
The pleasant atmosphere and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex.
Now I think in this stream we're gonna end up doing the Vox Relay.
The matriarch working
And probably finishing up Paradise Island.
devised the
So we'll see what
paradigm,
happens.
A meticulously designed marvel where, if each of us does our part, produces glorious bounty for all. Naturally,
I inhaled so much dust and debris during the attack. Still hurts to breathe.
even the most robust
Sometimes I fear I may be succumbing to notions.
or the base
Notions.
individual
I reject imperfect thoughts in all their forms. All thoughts of any kind, whatsoever.
is resilient. The system
He's a good little corporate slave.
more than ever. All do our part to maintain.
Prudence dictates that we watch our neighbors. But I may just invite them over to make it easier.
We give it a little extra added zeal for now, just to offset any minor disruption.
Matriarch and Sovereign chose Eden, the perfect ecotope as our home.
Nice place they got here.
Greetings. Record states as follows. All
Greetings
inhabitants
to you
are
too.
declared treasonous. It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to Protectorate excellence. Now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Dut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance.
Executes on it. Throughout history, human society.
It's important to look out for each other in times of crisis. You in need of any help here?
I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence, automech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts.
It would only take a few variable gears and essential motivators to serve your purposes.
We are of like minds. We lack not the skill to do so. Our wily chief mechanist can reprogram the mech, but not without parts. Unfortunately, we lack ready availability of said parts.
Did you mention the exact reason you need a reprieve?
Oh, you failed to hear the loudspeakers on the way in? The announcement we're obliged to repeat incessantly. Well, allow me to paraphrase. Protectorate law finds us guilty of treason on account of letting Westport fall prey to Auntie's choice saboteurs.
The matriarch working with and through the sovereign.
Precisely how is that a punishable offense?
Well, obviously, we've forsaken our duties as members of the Protectorate. It is incumbent upon us to fight to the death, yet we still live, as does our enemy. Now, either the Arbiters arrive to execute us, or this place falls under the vapid boot heel of Auntie's choice. No matter who wins, we cannot sustain ourselves here for long.
The base individualists within Auntie's choice, though don't fret.
Such a judgment seems unnecessarily cruel.
These fine and decent folk don't deserve having their lives thrown away on account of my failures. If I can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its previous glory, sufficiently functioning by employing mechs reprogrammed to repair and rebuild, the Arbiters might see fit to penalize only me, commute the others' sentences, allow them to maintain things around here in the spirit of continuity and such.
Look around. If the Protectorate wanted to do right by you, you wouldn't be starving and wallowing in this metal quagmire. You want to help your people? Go to Fairfield.
Fairfield? Why, they're the reason we're in this mess. You'll forgive me for questioning such timely offers of generosity and kindness. No thank you, not interested. I owe it to every single person here to try.
What would it take for you to let your people leave for Fairfield?
Nobody needs go anywhere. Not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. It'd have to be catastrophically obvious this place was doomed, and incontrovertibly beyond my means to save it, before I'd even consider such a recourse.
Seems to me like a catastrophe already.
Well, that's what's commonly referred to as your opinion. I have the aid of key pillars of our community. Several persons of note and good character who stand with and by me. And our town still functions. Our automechs are still running, mostly. We have a generator to power them, fresh water, the reassuring voice of everyone's neighbor Prudence wafts from our loudspeakers.
Didn't have the firm, benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury.
But if things fell apart further, you'd let everyone go, and you'd leave too?
I don't know. Look, I've entertained these fool notions of yours long enough. There's no use pursuing such a fruitless line of thinking further. I have a brighter future in mind for Westport, one you can help with, in fact, rather than dwelling on dark maybes and scenarios of worst imagining.
Alright, let's discuss this little plan of yours further.
Understand your reticence. I dare say I even share it. After a lifetime of strict compliance with state edict, feels almost mutinous to pursue such an undertaking. It's a gamble, no arguing that. But anything else is simply giving up and waiting for the end.
Alright. Your dedication to your people is inspiring. I'll get those parts for you.
Wonderful. My unavoidable march to the gallows feels lighter already. At least now my subjects will have a fleeting chance. The parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. But do not, under any circumstances, tell those stationed there why you need them. To get inside, you will need an access pass from the Ministry of Accuracy. Since we have all been marked as traitors, I cannot create one for you here.
Right then. I'll be on my way.
Farewell now.
Know how invasive species can unbalance even the most robust ecosystem, like those nettlesome raptidons, or the base
I feel like this is like that little area in Jurassic World where like the Mosasaurus comes up.
The system abides. But now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it.
Keycard, Westport Broadcast Facility.
Keep informing on your neighbors. Same
Nothing over there.
Well, it's infected. Meds don't arrive soon, we'll have to start cutting. You locked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping lesions. So, I assume you're presently devoid of mortiferous injuries. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle.
Any way I can be of assistance?
Don't suppose you have any medical supplies to spare, do you? That you might kindly consider donating?
I have a case of Auntie's Choice ambidextrine. I think there's medicine inside this kit I get from Auntie's Choice. Interested?
Oh, no thank you. Not looking for anything that does more harm than good. I have enough ailments to manage already. From what I've heard about Auntie's medicaments, might poison a patient or cause them to grow an extra head or something. Never know what they're testing out on you.
My extra parts aren't side effects. That's your implication. And anyhow, I should think some minor side effects would be preferable to dying.
I swear by the reliability and efficiency of this Auntie's Choice medicine.
Honestly? Well, I'm a reasonable judge of character, and you seem upright. On behalf of my patients and I, thank you. We're all grateful. Guess outsiders aren't all just base individualists like they say on the wireless. Barring this being some tricky sales strategy, that is. This is a good start, but I fear it won't last long. Wouldn't happen to know a reliable means to procure more, would you?
You can have as much of any product you need if you buy it in Fairfield.
They'd sell to us? Those medicaments you gave us before? No, never. You must think me easily hoodwinked. Our societies are sworn enemies.
Okay. The Protectorate clearly failed you, but aunties would gladly make you regular customers.
This is dangerous talk, friend. We've already been branded traitors. If we give them any excuse now, they'll send in the arbiters directly. Not seeing a wealth of options here at present. I can watch my patients die, then face execution, or we can resettle elsewhere and remain alive. I lean toward the latter. The abandoned section of Westport ought to have some supplies. Should be enough medicaments down there to help our injured survive the trip to Fairfield. It's perilous, though.
You could dilute the medicine I provided, 12.26%, to stretch it out enough for the trip.
If you're sure it'll retain its efficacy, that might just do the trick. I recognize these patients require more care than I'm able to provide here. Seems like in Fairfield, I can get them the help they require. The one last additional thing we'll need is for Vigilant Hogarth to agree to it.
So what, you'd want his permission first?
It's less a concern about disloyalty, and more my respect for his abilities. He's a skilled leader, and we could sorely use his aid, from coordinating logistics to keeping up morale. I'll surely have my hands full with my patients. His presence on the journey would save lives.
I'll try my best to convince him.
See you when I see you.
What's this guy's story?
Prudence dictates we maintain sufficient zeal at all times.
Stay true, outsider. I'm realigned with the paradigm.
That's good.
You can't fight contentment.
Has the Sovereign said how many of those pills we're each allowed? It must be at least a fistful more.
I'm gonna go and check this building over here.
You're thinking about it sideways. There is little difference between the gifts the Protectorate provides for us through the paradigm and the gifts we receive from outsiders moved by the paradigm to provide for us.
Flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources.
May the Sovereign guide you.
To inform on a neighbor is a blessing, Prudence says. I'm still waiting for a few thank yous.
Through the Sovereign, devised the paradigm.
Almost missed the routine certitude of my assigned profession.
If each of us does our part, produces glorious bounty for all. Naturally, sometimes challenges do arise.
I haven't been down there yet. Actually, yes, I have. I've been down there once.
Like those nettlesome raptidons, or the base.
All right, I gotta convince Vigilant Hogarth to relocate. So I gotta talk to the guy that I talked to right when I got here.
The system abides, but now more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job with pride. Keep informing on your neighbors.
Appeared right out of the aether, just as I imagine our proud sentinels do. Like, here I am, your innermost thoughts are known to me, and nobody once hears from you again. Caught me reciting passages from a beacon to the cosmos, illustrating my steadfast fidelity. All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign. That part always hits me directly. To quote my personal log, an essential passage, rightful and true. Charlton Weintrott.
No need for all that, Charlton. I know your brand and loyalty lies with Auntie's choice, Sam.
Why, that's wonderful. I'm actually quite relieved a fellow customer like yourself somehow saw through my carefully maintained act. Others in Westport fail to perceive my true nature. I am hardly one of the herd around here. A reference you'll no doubt recognize from those keen Auntie's Choice commercials.
Yeah, sure. The ads for Not Some Woolly Cow Cola are particularly riveting.
I am not familiar, though that does sound like one of their products. I refer to the ones for Purple Berry Crunch brand cereal. You likely guessed their influence right off, what with my assertive attitude and all. I laugh at danger. I hand make my own luck. That character is a revelation. You and I are just like him. Get up and go-getters. Say, did Auntie's Choice send you here? Don't fret. I am exceedingly skilled at keeping secrets.
I am absolutely not here on official Auntie's Choice business.
You cannot hide the truth from me, for I am too savvy. Now, do tell, what is the latest word from the field?
I've nothing to report now, but I'll keep you informed as circumstances develop.
Of course. Toodaloo.
Yeah, let's not talk to this guy anymore.
Welcome back. Ah, the itinerant stranger returns.
I wanted to ask you more about your situation here.
Parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. Now...
Okay. So I gotta convince Hogarth to relocate, but I think in order to convince him, I gotta do his little quests. Find the Automech Repair Center, access credentials within the Ministry of Accuracy. I can't click the blue one. All right, I'll just go to this one. Alright, at least I could get over that. Oh, this place is farther than it looked like on the map. Okay, let's just fast travel to that one. We can get the key card over there, and then we'll come back to the Automech Repair Center after. There it is. Now we can go back over to this building over here. Oh, I just had it. It's hard to land on the blue. Switch the mouse and keyboard. There we go.
What did I tell you? Unless you've got approval, you can make like a sprat and skedaddle.
Show access pass. Step aside. I'm approved to enter.
Now you've done it. Slowing down a ranking protectorate official is worth 10, 20 demerits if you're lucky.
All right, let's not lose our heads over a simple misunderstanding. You're free to pass. Marshal Donaldson likes to greet new arrivals personally. We'll let him know you're inbound, so no one shoots on sight. Oh, and fair warning, watch out for xeranium gas. We sprung a leak.
That would explain the toxic cloud billowing overhead.
How observant of you. One more thing. Don't cause any trouble around these parts. Donaldson runs a tight ship and has zero tolerance for lawbreakers.
All right. Access granted. Nice.
Outsider. Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
Outsider?
All that matters is getting these automechs to the Vox relay station.
But Marshal, we must adhere to decontamination procedures.
What in the name of the architect? Oh, right. My guards told me to expect a new arrival, right before our chief mechanist decided to harangue me with the latest on our catastrophe.
Marshal, you're acting as though I'm not standing here auguring the impending doom of this facility.
Woodrow, normally I would be obliged, nay, happy, to receive your senseless jawing, but not today. Perhaps this outsider can assist where you've failed. I hope you've come to help, because a crisis is bearing down on us, and I've a dearth of reliable hands with which to manage it.
I'm looking for some mech parts.
We may or may not have what you need. Speak with Hazel, our ever-reliable and ever-resourceful quartermaster. Like you, me and my consternated head technician are new arrivals. Though we may not last long if we fail to repair the uranium leak.
And you want someone to patch it up? Ideally, someone disposable.
I wouldn't have put it in those terms, but I appreciate someone who speaks their mind. The Vox relay station needs our automechs. But until that leak is fixed, this facility is a target for the sport of Auntie's armaments. Delphinia Bryant is working on a prototype Zeranium shield. Whoever uses it will be less disposable and more useful to the Protectorate.
I'll work with Delphinia and see what I can do.
What did I tell you, Woodrow? The situation's well in hand.
Marshal, those automechs have been corrupted with uranium. I can't even cogitate on what they're capable of if we lack the time or resources to approach this rationally. Should they go berserk, we may well be turning the very subject you intend to resupply into their victims. We'd be branded as traitors.
Then perhaps you had better explain to Brigadier Montelli why his defenses are grounded. And you can do so personally, in the comfort of his office.
Montelli? I rescind my objection. May the delicate workings of the paradigm point us toward a better way.
There's a good fellow. Cleave to your loyalty, and it will never steer you wrong.
Ambient Zeranium levels are higher than average, but within acceptable ranges. State your business.
Are you the shopkeep?
This unit was engineered to facilitate management of supply inventory at this installation.
Oh, this is surely exciting. Someone is finally trying out my automechanical quartermaster. Show them what you got, quartermech.
Command not understood.
Huh. I thought that would have put it into sales mode. Let's look into that later. Please, give it a try yourself.
Let's see what you have for sale.
All wares should be perfectly visible already.
Sorry, it tends to take things too literally. Maybe try phrasing the request differently.
Lull detected. Conversational status uncomfortable.
Initiate commerce.
Does that one compute, big guy?
Affirmative. Initiating commerce is one of this unit's default commands. Initiating commerce.
Alright, well that one worked. Nothing I really want to buy though.
Oh, unfamiliar clientele. I was just lamenting the lack of new faces around here since supplies stopped arriving. And then you walk in. Name's Hazel. I'm sort of the acting quartermaster around these parts. You need any supplies? Talk to my friend the quartermech here.
I'm looking for some parts to reprogram combat mechs. Have anything like that?
You'd think that a fully stocked auto-mechanical repair center would have automech parts, and 9 times out of 10 you'd be spot on. Trouble is, a bunch of supplies went missing recently, right around the time the quartermech completed a routine inventory.
Has the quartermech been acting unusual lately?
As a matter of fact, yes. Recently, when the crates by the wall got too high, it began stacking supplies on the catwalk above.
I'd gather that their automech programming is just as rigid as the rest of their society. Meaning, this automech didn't misplace anything.
Logic can be a funny thing, you understand. One misstep can have the most peculiar results.
Interesting. Where were the missing parts last seen?
Delphinia's lab would be the place to search. We use it for storage, and our records indicate the supplies were present and accounted for.
Standard Earth Directorate protocol calls for a thorough grid search of the premises, Commander. Those parts are bound to turn up somewhere.
Are you acquainted with Delphinia? She's a scientist on loan from the Vox Relay, helping with the Zeranium leak and all.
Could she have taken the parts?
Delphinia? No. I doubt she stole what I would have given her freely. Best of luck in your search. Let me know if I can be of assistance. See you soon, I hope.
Got another doctor in here.
What brings you to
Might
this?
be wise to give that large gas cloud a wide berth. Don't think there's anything to gain by getting near it.
What about you?
Xeranium poisoning. Only a mild case, but the doctors are withholding treatment to study my symptoms.
Sovereign's mercy. How do you feel?
Downright privileged is how I feel. Sick with pride, nauseous with courage, and chronically fatigued with honor.
Wow.
Stay true, outsider.
Outsider?
Stay true, outsider.
And here's the doctor.
Yes. Let's have a look at you. No signs of Xeranium exposure, or anything else novel or interesting, apparently. Another humdrum workaday ailment, no doubt. Nothing requiring my vast expertise, surely.
I'm looking for automech parts, know where any might be.
Normally, I'd say to ask the quartermaster, but he died a few weeks back. Perhaps he's been replaced since? I wouldn't know, as I've had my hands full since the attack. Failing that, I imagine you could ask the technicians here. One of them might know.
Alright, well, I think we already know anyway. I just wanted to see what she'd say. So this is Delphinia.
Oh, yes, I adore interruptions. I was just saying, what's best for stoking the spark of invention? Regular disruptions to one's train of thought. Now, what is it you want?
I'm Jayzilla, and you are?
Quite busy, as I said, and less pleased for this unscheduled work suspension. Now, did you have some business here?
I'm looking for some automech supplies that the quartermech misplaced.
Now that you mention it, there was one particularly insistent little mech who kept trying to put all manner of bric-a-brac in here. After several firm remonstrations, I told it the interior of this building is off limits while I am working here. Didn't see that peculiar little scamp again after that.
You must be the scientist Marshall mentioned. The one working on a shield defense.
Ah, our good Marshall sent you, did he? Well, unfortunately, the device is taking longer than expected.
Why is that?
A number of factors. Xeranium is dangerous, and we wouldn't want a researcher falling victim to their subject of study. The scarcity of volunteers is also a problem. Everyone wants to fix the gas leak, but no one wants to step inside a hazardous vapor. Now tell me, are you familiar with Xeranium gas?
Yeah, it killed me one time. You mean those clouds of fumes outside, around the hangar outside?
One and the same. That building took the brunt of the damage during a recent attack, and now it's spewing valuable Xeranium all over the place. I could speak at length about Xeranium's many captivating intrinsic qualities, but suffice it to say, in its gaseous state, it's rather deadly. So what am I endeavoring to create? A protective device that shields its wearer from Xeranium's remarkably unsavory effects, as well as other forms of harm.
Well, I assume you have everything well in hand, then.
Ought to have the prototype up and running, just a few small operational details left to untangle. Alas, while I'm occupied with inventing this shield gadget, I also find myself in need of assistance regarding its key components.
I'd be willing to help if you need a hand.
Good. Wonderful. As an added incentive, I'll allow you to keep one of the prototypes once the work is finished, so you be sure to give it your all. Now here, you'll need this apparatus. It's for collecting stray Zeranium effluvium. Gas, that is. My supply is running low from all the iterative testing I've been performing. Merely activate the device once it's inside a Zeranium cloud, the one around the main hangar specifically. Try to avoid any fields of dense Zeranium, or death is all but assured. Any questions?
Does the gas need to be from the hangar? Wouldn't the Zeranium gas do? So this is dangerous? I'm in danger?
Well, of course, obviously. To that end, I'd suggest choosing a cloud of lesser density for your collection efforts. Lower chance of near-instant death that way. If you suffer prolonged exposure, assuming you survive, see our local medical officer next door. She is highly preoccupied by the treatment of Zeranium-related maladies.
All right. Does the gas need to be from the hangar? Wouldn't any Zeranium gas do?
Normally, yes, but on the off chance that environmental exposure has altered the gas here in any way, I'll want to work with local samples. Ideally, the resulting shielding will protect against any gas, but since it's of utmost importance that it work on the gas here, I'll be calibrating against that. I believe that covers all the necessary education for this particular assignment. Oh, so exhilarating to have a new subordinate. I look forward to thoroughly scrutinizing your work. Now, shoo-shoo! Off with you now! Gather those samples! Shoo!
Gather those samples. All right. Paul Howden in the chat says, is this game good or dookie? Dookie maxed. I mean, I'm enjoying it a lot so far, but I'm not that far into it yet, so I don't want to really say like if it's worth it yet. I mean, so far I'm having a great time with it, and I played the Outer Worlds 1, and I think this is better than the Outer Worlds 1, so I'd say if you like the Outer Worlds 1, then it's definitely worth it, so far at least. But yeah, I'm definitely having a great time with it. This loaded mech is out of order. There's no obvious sign of what could have caused the damage to its frame. Nothing about the damage seems significant. You speculate that a metal object of equal or greater weight must have been involved. So another automech must have smashed this thing down, it seems like.
Outer chassis sealant test number 14 is confirmed a failure. Zeranium exposure rate appears to be unaffected. Test model displayed standard overload-induced paralysis, then became atypically aggressive. Forced to terminate test model in self-defense. Apologies, I must concentrate on my work. Maybe one of the others can help you.
All right. Warning, liquid Zeranium. Ooh, that's cool. This stuff is crazy, so I don't want to go in there. It's too crazy.
Outsider?
Liquid Zeranium. This stuff's worse than radiation. Lab note. Zeranium in its natural state is less concentrated and seemingly less hazardous. Long-term effects on automechanical circuity and living tissue are inconclusive. Use of a shield device is recommended. Experimental log X94. I've managed to consolidate the waveform down to a point where it can be generated by a handheld device, but I need something to project the field using it. One enterprising fellow suggested that the catalytic amplifiers used in Dragoon automechs might serve, and the idea has merit. I'll speak to the Marshal about it in the morning. Note to self, one of the automechanicals wandered into my lab, picked up a crate of supplies, couldn't decide where to set them down again, and just gave up. Later I felt a vibration so hard that dust shook down from the ceiling. Must keep an eye on their behavior. That's interesting. I like the automechs. They're like little transformers.
First the attack, then there's uranium. At this rate, we're never getting caught up.
Outsider?
Give me a sec. Almost done with this work list. Another sealant failure, amplifier requisition, and 2 more cases of uranium exposure. We're a mite bit busy these days.
You and Marshal Donaldson don't seem on the best of terms.
The Marshal is under a lot of pressure to deliver automechs to the Vox relay station, but I'm responsible for their quality control. If even a single automech steps out of line, it will be the end of me.
What's the worst that could happen?
Uranium-corrupted automechs open fire on Protectorate soldiers, and I end up in the darkest bowels of mental refreshment.
Oh.
Oh is right. The Marshal is a good man, but he values speed while I value accuracy. Neither of us is wrong, but in this case, we both can't be right.
Farewell. Okay, so we gotta get the automech parts up there. I just gotta find a way up there. Alright, that was pretty easy. There they are. Automech replacement parts, nice. Return to Hogarth. Alright, I might as well just fast travel back there. I think this is the last thing we need to do. I think once we do this, we'll be able to go and shut down the Vox relay, and then we'll leave this planet and go to the next planet. I think.
Look who's back.
Societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant. Depletion of resources and a lack of community led to terrible suffering. Poor dears.
Outsider.
We all enjoy the
Well, look who it is. What is it? Speak your mind.
I have some automech parts, but we'd have to discuss compensation.
That is most excellent. Please, hand them over.
Hand over parts. Hope these help get Westport back on its feet.
Thank you. I know community service can be a foreign concept for those outside the Protectorate, so I hope this is ample reward for your time. Might have to reassess my disdain for non-Protectorate individuals. You've been quite kind.
You are the raw material
All right.
for perfection.
We did it.
Subject to the most exalted...
Okay, we still got 2 side quests here. We got the Aegis against Masma. Collect the Zyranium for Delphinia. It's just collecting Zyranium to help her test in her device. A cloud of Zyranium gas is near the entrance to the repair hangar. You learned that the hard way. Okay. Let's go back to this place real quick. So I know that the Zyranium is there at the hangar, but I don't know how to like collect it. Okay, here it is.
Commander, I think this stuff is eating my lungs from the inside.
Yeah, it's not good, is it? I'm gonna do a little save here just in case it kills me. Alright, I got it. Yeah, give me that.
My little minion. I trust you've made progress in your tasks?
I've collected a Zyranium sample as requested.
What did I tell you? Perfectly safe. Either that or you tolerate Zyranium poisoning like a champ. Good for you. Should you suffer from any lingering symptoms of contamination, visit the medical center and they'll get you squared away. Now, on to business. The device already generates a field exactly as specified, albeit on a very small scale. Still, progress is progress. What's needed now is something to help extend and shape the field around the user.
A catalytic amplifier should do the trick, I think.
Capital deduction! Where have you been all my career? You'll be pleased to learn there's one right here at the facility, in the Dragoon that's patrolling just outside.
I'm guessing the locals weren't keen on parting with the rare components.
You guessed correctly. Our chief mechanist was rather hostile to the idea. So you may have trouble getting your hands on the catalytic amplifier.
Tell me about this Dragoon.
Dragoons are a mainstay of our military. The design has been in production for decades. I had a model of one when I was young. All children did. You must have seen the large automech patrolling the interior grounds. That is the Dragoon.
What was the chief mechanist's problem with your request?
I'm sure he's just being cautious. Should Auntie's choice attack us, we don't want to be caught defenseless. No doubt he also seeks to retain an unspoiled automech, since the others are by now riddled with Zyranium poisoning.
I'll get you a catalytic amplifier one way or another.
Good. A flexible mindset should behoove you on this task. Perhaps the chief mechanist will prove more receptive to your request. Failing that, be prepared to exercise creativity if needed. One last thing. The Dragoon must not be harmed. Not only would the amplifier likely be damaged, but we'd both be summarily executed, assuming we survive the firefight that ensued. Well, off you go. Shoo.
Yeah, I'll destroy that Dragoon. Obtain a catalytic amplifier.
If you need something, kindly make it quick.
Delphinia is looking for a catalytic amplifier.
She and I have been over this 100 times. Please understand. The original staff of this facility were rounded up and refreshed because they couldn't safeguard a protectorate asset. Why should I follow their example by reducing our sole working Dragoon to a pile of unpatriotic scrap? I can't. I won't.
Auntie disabled this facility. They think you're dead in the water. Prove them wrong.
That's a fair point. It's not as if they've come back to finish the job. Perhaps they assume we're already beaten. All right, how's about we get the Dragoon situated over here, so I can extract its vital organ? One catalytic amplifier as agreed. I hate to lose another Dragoon, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
I trust you're not getting in any trouble over this.
Not a chance. Donaldson has done everything in his power to get this facility online. He can't blame me for doing the same. Be seeing you, stranger.
Okay.
Well, any closer to obtaining the catalytic amplifier?
Here's the amplifier you requested.
Oh, superb! I'm almost tempted to ask how you managed it. But pressing on, just a moment to remove what I need and install it in the prototype. With this gadget, you'll be shielded against more than Zeranium, you know. Damn near everything, as long as it's charged. Now, report to Marshal Donaldson, if you please. He's rather impatient to end this crisis so he can turn his focus back to the war.
All right. I'll let him know as soon as possible.
You do that. Anything to keep him off my back for an hour.
Nice. Gas energy deflection apparatus. The gas energy deflection apparatus is a gadget that grants you a temporary shield, protecting you from damage and hazards such as Ziranium. All right, well, this was definitely worth getting because the Ziranium is no joke. So we can swap gadgets by holding Y, activate the gadget. Okay. There's certain areas of this game that you can't even get in unless you have that. Like this area right here. I think that shield is the only way we can get through this. So this is it, the gas energy deflection apparatus. Let's try it out. Whoops! I did not mean to do that. Wrong button. I'm just gonna let him kill me because I don't want to make all these guys hostile. Yeah, just take me down. Take me down. It should give me a little save, like right there. Yeah, you gotta hit the left bumper. Give me a save right here before I did that. Oh, no it didn't. I have to still obtain the amplifier. Okay. Let me just go get it again.
Well, any closer to obtaining the catalytic amplifier?
Here it is.
So with this, now, report to Marshal Donaldson. You...
Okay. Now we got the fin. Gas energy deflection apparatus. Okay, so put it on that. Now we can come in here. Oh, we got that. We got that. Nice. Healing Xyranium exposure. You've been exposed to Xyranium. As you gain a Xyranium exposure, your max toxicity is decreased, reducing your ability to use the medical inhaler. Well, how do you get rid of that? Seal room and vent gas. Nice. Gas venting successful. Awesome. Access flow control systems. Initiate Xyranium flow shutdown. Override the safety measures and perform shutdown. Disregard safety and perform the shutdown. Okay. Let's heal up. Override denied. Structural ruptures detected.
I see the way back in through here. Just need to find a way around this mess.
Yeah, I don't even know why we're up here. Okay, Xyranium then. There's the Xyranium leaking out. I feel like I'm in like the Chernobyl power plant or something over here. This is like the Chernobyl of Paradise Island. Nice. Kleptomania. No, I reject that. I reject kleptomania. We got bathrooms. Override denied.
Done. The Zeranium now spews from the hangar more thickly than ever.
Whoops. Not sure, really. I was trying to fix the leak and more gas started erupting everywhere.
The damage must have been more advanced than we thought. I knew I should have pushed the repairs earlier. Sure, a few may have died, but the mission might still have been salvaged. This is my fault. The blame lies squarely on my shoulders. I gambled on an outsider rather than trusting my own resources, and now the price is paid.
This show, everything I did just made it worse. Wow. Are you okay?
With this failure, I have likely doomed this entire island to the tender mercies of our enemies. No more will our stalwart subjects reap the bounty of this land. No more would the pleasant whine of servos accompany our mechanical servants in their noble servitude.
Wow, you're really taking this hard.
Instead, this island will be trampled by the boots of our enemies. Its resources stripped bare, leaving nothing of the beauty we've cultivated over long years. As our stewardship is cast aside like so much detritus, harmony will be lost, and chaos will reign. Praise will give way to slogans, duty to greed, honor to contractual obligation. Freaks and worse will despoil that which is left behind, while bureaucrats will use this once proud land as a springboard for their superficial and petty ambitions.
By the law, this has to be a record of some kind.
And with the island's fall, I may have dealt a crippling blow to the Protectorate itself. Our foes will use this place as a stepping stone, eating their way deeper into Eden like ravenous maggots. And it will all be my fault. I'll be remembered, if any of us is, as the one who lost it all.
That's right, it's your fault. Alright, so I got one more side quest, the Brain Benders of Auntie's Choice. We get a sabotage the Westport infrastructure. That's optional. I can convince Vigilant Hogarth to relocate. Let's try to convince him real quick. If we can't, then maybe I'll have to sabotage it, and then I'll be able to convince him.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere.
I hear correctly that you brought us automech parts? Why, thank you kindly, outside.
Complex ecological network to govern it. The matriarch working with.
Outsider. Might have to reassess. Once our automechs are all running again, we'll have Westport back on track in no time. Once our automechs are all running again, we'll have Westport back on track in no time. Thanks again.
Okay, well, I can't talk to him. So, secure Westport defections. Persuading enough of Westport's key subjects to defect to Fairfield might convince Vigilant Hogarth to let his people move. So if I can convince a bunch of them to move, then maybe they will. The Designator Light Revolver.
Stranger?
extra added zeal for now.
Glad the wireless told me that I'm happy and everything's splendid. I was tempted to feel sad after the ocean flooded.
All right, we're in. We're in. We found the key card. Protectorate Declaratory Address System for use by duly authorized personnel only. Interference with ongoing broadcasts is strictly forbidden. You overwrote the Protectorate broadcast using Auntie's Choice automated propagandizer. Yeah, that's right. You sabotaged the Westport loudspeaker systems, the generator, water purifier, and loudspeaker systems. Okay, so I gotta sabotage the generator and the water purifier.
Auntie's Choice, we don't pre-select your assignment at birth. It's true. No computronic doodads, no permanent roles. Just good old-fashioned freedom.
Exciting news! The Vigilance sent that outsider to collect automatic parts for us.
We can choose any vocation they like.
Generator station. All right, I need the generator station key to get in there.
I hereby extend my personal invitation to you all to join us in Fairfield and sample our unique brand of autonomous self-determination.
I don't really need to do this though. This is a side quest,
Outsider to collect automatic parts for us. He just returned.
so I don't really need to finish it, and I might be able to come back later and finish it. So I think right now I want to just continue with the main quest. The Saboteur of Paradise. Explore the Vox relay station. Search for traces of Dave Rees that might lead to her safe room. Let's go. Now this is going to get intense, because we got to fight our way in here. And I don't know if we're ready. We might be able to sneak in here. Let's see. Restricted area.
Area's off limits.
On your command.
All right. I guess somehow nobody noticed that. Terrible.
Business. What a little woozy there, Commander.
I'm just not hitting him.
This thing's got a mean streak.
Nice. Yeah, I use those companion abilities. Got him. Yeah, you don't want to mess with me when I got my grenades. For some reason, I've always been like on point with grenades. Let's just heal up real quick if we can. Do a little save. Oh, it's about to get crazy.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just stay with.
We'll put them down humanely.
We got a terminal. Messages. Data backup. Start reading the terminal in the middle of a fight. It's kind of weird, isn't it? As you are likely aware, the Skycutter Power Facility ceased function some time ago. While we hoped to reinitiate control of the facility, it is impossible to gauge when we might be able to activate it again. Unfortunately, this means consistent reliance on our automechanical defenses shall be difficult. Moreover, data transference procedures may be interrupted. Okay. Hack this then. Restore the files. Umberto, I write knowing that I have already lost your respect and your mercy. Please spare Westport. Take your righteous anger out on me. I will be made an example if that is your wish. Just don't force my people to suffer for my failures and the consequences that must invariably follow. I know that you cannot acknowledge this message. Despite whatever comes to pass, I wish you well as your former commanding officer and as your former friend, Vigilant Hogard. Let's check upstairs in there. Right, I'll take all that. Drone status, despite our superior's assertions. Intake log. Staff and update. Personal log. Log 1. We've received orders to lock down the box. No guards are allowed out for the time being. It is misfortunate that I am the one who must enforce this order, seeing as how it has been decreed during my watch. Still, I'm certain it is a momentary order, and shall desist once the danger of our present situation, such as it may be, has subsided. Warden ready. We have maintained our vigil for several days now. If the strain alone weren't enough, it seems I've drawn the ire of the other wardens. I can hardly blame them. They wish to return to their homes and their families, and this extended duty order has persisted far longer than any of us intended. Still, faith in the Sovereign shall see us through this time of need. Warden ready. Day 9 of continuous duty. Exhaustion may be taking its toll. I must be imagining it, but the resentment of the other guards appears to have subsided. They almost look at me with a kind of pity. It is not logical. Receiving a message that the Brigadier wants to see me at once. Shall sign this message off upon my return. Spotted uniform. Into the Vox relay we go.
Hell of a scene to greet you at the start of your workday. Bet it keeps folk completely in line.
Technicians Acna and Gastrell, you stand accused of manufacturing a fatal flaw in one of our valued dragoons. Have you any last words to express your shame?
That dragoon was already defective. Oh, we were only rebuilding the logic assembly so that...
At last, the truth alights. I hope this belated confession unburdens your conscience, but it will do nothing to commute your sentence. On the charges of sabotage and treason most contemptible, I find you both guilty.
No. No, please! This is all a misunderstanding! We're loyal!
What an animal. I gotta stop that monster.
Did you hear Ellie lock the thrusters? I heard
Trouble ahead.
Quarry found!
Hate to ask for help, but...
And I'm down. But I got a trauma kit.
Not getting up without help, Commander!
Disruptive influences!
Oh, I got grenades for days. Level 9, baby. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's go. Let's put one into leadership. Let's put one into explosives, and let's put one into guns. Looks good to me. Whoop. This gun's fun. I should heal up though. Contraband notes. Unusual contraband. Someone confiscated Auntie's choice goods and logged them as forbidden seasoning. What's really in there? Salt? Too much salt? Paprika? For the safety of the Protectorate, I may need to sample the goods myself. The seasoning was not seasoning, unless I missed my guess. It seems to be a powerful hallucinogenic of some kind. And now I am a mantisaur. A mantisaur. Now I'm a mantisaur. Okay, I see. Must update logs once I remember how to operate the terminal keys. What even is a terminal? What do its keys do? Tap, tap, tap. Nothing. Blurg. Okay, so my guy's tripping. Or whoever wrote that was tripping. Gotta find out how to get over there. Okay. Uninitialized keycard. I feel like a CIA spy or something on an espionage mission. Drone deployment controls. These controls seem like they could deploy drones throughout the room below. They don't have the hack though. I know where I am. I know exactly where I am. I'm gonna do another save. I'm right in the spot. If I go through here, I think this goes to the Raptidon's cave.
Take time, Commander.
Yeah, go get him. Well, that was stupid. Refilling nothing.
Breaking for cover.
All right. Yeah, so in the last stream I came up to here. Personal messages. Westport awaits reinforcements from the Vox relay, but none seems forthcoming. Some here say we failed the Protectorate, that we're traitors or worse. If this is true, I shall take your silence as the only confirmation I need, and hereby renounce all connection to you. Victor, please do not message me further. I do not wish to draw the ire of my superiors by communicating with outside individuals. Okay, this is where we came in. Going up with the ship. To anyone who may read this after the fact, let the record show that I cannot fathom what is going through Brigadier Montelli's head. One day he executes his own people. The next he locks the Vox thrusters without explanation. Whatever happens tomorrow, I suppose I'm along for the ride. And to anyone who may read this before the fact, know that I am a faithful servant of the Protectorate and that I only engage in hypotheticals to pass the time. Chemical formulator seems to have been prepped with everything necessary to create a trauma kit. Okay, well, all we would do is create a trauma kit if we had what's necessary, it looks like. Gotta be somebody here who has those credentials. Command credentials. I would like to remind you that all of the Vox systems, each and every one, must be maintained to precise perfection. At times I will take personal hand. Contraband storage. Evacuation protocol. Okay. Thruster alignment monitoring. I didn't see any key card around here. That was like a command key card. I see this, but I can't get in without 4 lockpicks. That's about the only thing in this entire building that I haven't opened. At least that I've seen. High security lockbox.
Yeah.
So if I had 4 hacking, then I'd be able to open that. Outside of that, it seems like I need command credentials. I'm really surprised that I don't have command credentials because I killed every single person on the way in here and I looted all the bodies. You'd think that at least one of them would have command credentials. I guess not. I guess not a single person in here has command credentials. Let's go back down. I guess maybe we'll have to leave if we can't get in. Is this it? I have misplaced my identification credentials. I'm well aware what would happen if Montelli were to learn of this lapse, and I'm also aware that you are honor-bound to notify him. Please just this once aid me. I know it is my duty to follow orders, but this punishment is most cruel and most unusual. Punishments like these should be relegated to traitors, but I am not a traitor. I have simply made a mistake. Please, I beg you to help me. Cadet Warden Adderley. Insert credentials. Okay, we have gained the command credentials. Nice. We got it now. I thought it was going to be like a key card or something that somebody would have. Before I open this, you know what I should do? I should turn the drones on because it said that I could. I think it was up here. All right, yeah, these are the drones. I need hack 4 to do that, so never mind. I thought I could do that with the credentials, but I can't. So I can just get into the main room with the command credentials.
Charged yet?
Sorry, ain't ready yet.
Ain't ready yet.
Get the water in. I'll take care of him, Commander.
Get those grenades out of here.
Ready. Frankly, stop.
Help me out!
Looking pretty scathed, Commander.
You're right.
Knew you had my back. Let me know when you...
These people on their grenades.
Help, Commander.
Perfection is perfect.
Gotta get the hell out of here.
Knew you had my back.
Can I heal now? Oh, I still can't heal yet.
Let me handle this.
Oh, my companions are up. Nice.
Always crabby. Top in my claw.
Nobody around.
Here. Free home. Hey, got a distraction for you. Not walking this off. Stand me back up.
Got him. Alright, let's back up for a second before we die here.
In business.
Ha! And my companions are back. That's like the little hack to beat the fight.
Cut weeds that grow. Initiate status susceptible to.
All right, and that's why I did that too, because for some reason I can't heal. The inhaler things only last for so long. All right, we can buy some health here. Let's buy that. All right, now I'll do another save over that last one, and I will try this again.
Trigger finger's still tired.
Recharging as fast as it can, Commander.
Ain't recharged.
Commander, you're bleeding.
That sucked. Damn, that thing can do some damage. All right, well, I'll try to not... Don't use the shotgun, I guess. Stay back. All right, we got him. Going to the top. Messages. Allow me to impart the following reminder. Those who fail to upload the Protectorate ideals are as guilty. Okay. I thank you for the report, Brigadier. Chastisement of your people will serve as an example to others and demonstrates the very apex of Protectorate discipline. However, I am disturbed by the rot within that you so helpfully exposed. It must be excised without delay. Swift results require swift action. You are to lock the Vox engines with the trajectories I've specified for emergency launches. Further instructions will be forthcoming, but know that there can be no hesitation if we are to successfully weaponize this station. Am I understood? Private entries, struggles. I have done terrible things to prove my fealty, strung up traitors, shed the blood of the unworthy, and I have been justly rewarded. But now I fear the bar has been raised too high. What does punishment look like when cruelty is the baseline of leadership? Suppressing these wayward thoughts should not be such a struggle.
Huh. Appears our good brigadier is being guided by someone else's hand. You wager that influence is what pushed him over the edge?
What now? Ah, an intruder. Of course.
I was warned the paradigm would test me, and here you have arrived. Yes. Dispatching you may yet grant me the opportunity to show my unimpeachable quality.
This piece of work's been on a murder spree and has the nerve to call himself unimpeachable. Let's tread lightly. Don't want to stir up more of his crazy.
Seen this before. All that pressure from trying to live perfect. Some subjects pop a lid. We should mind what we say unless we want this conversation to be real short.
And you have the gall to bring an invader herself into my station? Remarkable daring or foolish bravado, to be sure. Come then, infiltrator, test me. Perform your part in this grand drama, but be forewarned. I am not easily made prey.
Your villainy is at its end, Brigadier General. The Earth Directorate is here to stop you.
A fine show indeed. But the only villain I see here is you, interloper. Tell me, does it ease your conscience to imagine me as some foaming mongrel, a raving bedlamite baying for blood? Oh yes, I've heard the rumors. Montelli's turned cruel. Montelli's lost his wits. Montelli's going to string us all up and watch our skeletons dance. So much breath wasted on nervous scuttle.
I watched you executing your own soldiers. I wouldn't file that under nervous scuttle.
I'm killing traitors, seditionists. I am purging our prized garden of chokeweed and all manner of slithering things. My methods may seem callous, but a swift response to treason is necessary to prevent this crisis from worsening.
Crisis? Are you talking about the war with Auntie's Choice?
Auntie's Choice? Bah! The invaders are vacuous opportunists dead from the collar up. They would not have found purchase here if not for the festering rot already in our soil.
Festering rot? Hell of a way to speak of your own forces, Brigadier.
Or perhaps your Auntie's Choice simply lacks the standards to separate out mediocrity. Nevertheless, I am not afraid to speak what's true. Our great protectorate has lost its way. Years of comfort and plenty without stricter enforcement have softened us, made us weak, undisciplined. If only the sovereign heeded his consul's wisdom, he could restore the protectorate's honor, instead of shaming his forebears by leaving such a grave task to others like myself.
I see no honor here. Only a madman's empty justifications for violence.
My vision was once as clouded as yours, but I see through the vapor and miasma now, to the truth of what must be done to render our mightiness anew. But now we have bandied enough words. Your time has come, infiltrator. Any final sentiment you wish to impart to the Aether?
Let's see if you use that gun as well as you run your mouth.
You speak, and yet all I hear is the bleating of a lamb come to slaughter. For crimes against our perfect sovereignty and conspiracy to commit the same, I hereby sentence you to death.
Keep running that note.
Not quite charged yet.
Sorry, ain't ready yet.
Charging both. All charged up.
Let me know when you can play it.
Lay low, Commander. Next order.
die above.
Get up first.
Taste?
Did I get him? No? Ha! Enemy killed. Alright, just Montelli now. Oh no! What the hell was that? Oh, that's not fair. We killed him with some stupid electric current then. That's not fair. That's cheating. He's a cheater. I'm gonna go up there though. I was doing good up there.
End this fight on my feet.
The idea is to kill them before you die.
Give the order and I'll take it, Commander.
I'll be at first. Up two, but I'm not ready. We're here.
Oh, got him.
3 hole in the head. Commander, watch your vitals. On your command.
Alright, well, waste them.
I can do that now.
Hey, got a distraction for you.
Got him. Got him. Got him. Chain spar cannon. Nice. Let's see it. Ooh, here we go. Give me that. That shoots shock rods just like this though, so I'll keep the repeating rifle. That was a pretty intense little fight there. Wasn't sure if I was gonna make it.
Control. The Vrees must have left some evidence behind. Let's poke around.
panel has various meters and readings for the components of the relay. All protocols, including the launch protocol, are locked. You notice there is a hidden protocol that could be accessed. Open safe room. Access stored messages. Either signifies on Earth Directorate code. It is well past time that we force the order to follow the correct course, and the Earth Directorate surveillance satellite stationed on the outskirts of Arcadia will supply us with the necessary tools to do so. It has been collecting information since before my arrival here, and I've been monitoring, obfuscating, and discarding reports of it as the situation warranted in my time at the Vox. Unfortunately, I'm unable to access the information stored on it remotely, so we must print it down. And by we, I mean you. I know you can find a way to access the observatory's transmitters. You'll need to transmit my old Earth Directorate code to access its guidance system and alter its trajectory so that I may recover it. The time for action is now, which reminds me. Tell you know who never identify himself or me by name when communicating. Better yet, tell him not to communicate at all and to stop with the excuses and get his job done. Augustine, your harangas. Some weird words in these terminals. The harangas? I've never heard of that in my life. I don't know what that is. Augustine, your harangas are becoming vexatious. There's another one. If I am to achieve our noble goal, I must commit every bit of concentration I can muster towards it without interruption. I am not your addle-padded lackey preparing to kill without a moment's hesitation. My work is the centerpiece of your violent goal. If something were to befall me or the others here, I shudder to imagine what you would need to do, or what would become of Arcadia. We've been assured that your preparations are as essential as our own, but danger nips close to our heels here in Golden Ridge, and I've not heard any plans of yours to intervene on our behalf. But do not concern yourself unduly, though I am certain you won't. Barring any mishaps, we will be ready when we are needed, and I will continue to communicate in any manner I see fit.
I don't know who you are or how you accessed my private terminal, but it won't do for prying eyes to have evidence of my activities. I've triggered the Vox Relay failsafe ejection routine. But worry not. After launching, the station will take several minutes to achieve its pre-programmed self-destruct altitude, so you'll have plenty of time to enjoy the ride before your death.
Great. That's just great.
We gotta do something. If the Vox crashes into Fairfield, it'll kill a whole lot of my people and innocent civilians. Use the control panel. Do the right thing.
I'm not letting anything bad happen to Fairfield. Trust me.
It's a relief to hear you say so. Go on then, Commander. We're short on time as it is.
Alright, so this is the big decision right here that we gotta make.
Cutting it close here.
Out of here.
I begged you, Commander. I begged you to direct the relay away from Fairfield. Now, everyone's dead. Don't you even feel bad about what you've done? Do you feel anything at all?
I screwed that up. Sorry. I guess I'm gonna reload that and try again. It was a tactical maneuver.
You're right. I don't. And I ain't gonna look past it. I don't need a damn thing from you. Not anymore. Knew it was a mistake running with you. I don't ever want to see you again.
Wow. But we screwed that up big time. That sucks. Alright, I'm gonna do another save here. And load back to that one. I don't actually know what I'm supposed to do to stop it. I gotta redirect it. Okay, open the safe room.
I don't know. I've triggered the... So you'll have plenty...
Do that. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
We gotta do something. If the box crashes into Fairfield, it'll kill a whole lot of my people and innocent civilians. Use the control panel. Do the right thing.
Okay, I gotta use the control panel.
It's a relief to hear you say so.
Where is the control panel? Alright, here it is. Set destination, Westport. Alright. Sorry, Westport.
Cutting it close here.
Yeah, we are kind of pretty close, aren't we, Niles? I think Niles is going to be mad at me now. This time. Smashed Westport. Niles got nothing to say about that.
Sure hope Val isn't missing something fierce back. Anyway, need something, Commander?
No, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. Alright. Travel to the Golden Ridge on the trail of the traitor. Alright, I think this is going to be heading off the planet into a different planet. So, I'm going to go over there, but I think I'm going to wrap the stream up here. And then in the next stream, I'm going to continue it. I'm going to plan on continuing it tomorrow. but no guarantees. And I think that I'm gonna get into it. Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Ah, there you are. I was expecting you 4 minutes and 27 seconds ago, but never mind that. I have a missive for you. Highest priority. Recipient's eyes only.
A missive? From who? About what?
All I can tell you is that it is from Arcadia's most judicious custodians, the Order of the Ascendant. I am not privy to any information beyond that. Oh, they did also say it was important. I was tasked 6 months ago to deliver it to whomever ship was at this landing pad at this exact time. Well, 4 minutes ago, like I said. All other questions may be answered by viewing the missive, I expect. Farewell, and as they say, may all your endeavors come to fruition.
Alright. I've acquired the order missive. So, I think we're about to get on the ship and go to the next planet. So I think this is a good place to end this. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I've really been enjoying this game a lot so far. And I'm gonna miss Paradise Island. So I don't think we're gonna come back to here during this playthrough, but maybe we will. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great night, and thank you so much for watching, and peace out.